Welcome back. We will continue our discussion on force vibration. The last equation that you derived in case of force vibration is given by amplitude of the vibration A is equal to F divided by square root of omega square minus p square whole square plus 4b square p square. Okay, let me remind you what are the parameters here. F is equal to capital F divided by m, okay, where F is the maximum value of the force and omega is the natural frequency of vibration of the body, where p is the frequency of applied periodic force. P is the frequency of the applied periodic force and b is given by r by 2, 2b is equal to r by m, okay, where b is the damping factor and p is already I told is the frequency of the applied periodic force. Okay, this is the expression for amplitude of the vibration in case of forced vibration. Okay, and with this formula we can discuss the three cases may arises, which are those omega is less than p and omega is greater than p and omega is equal to p. There we shall discuss all these cases one by one there. Okay, and moreover the phase angle, okay, theta is given by tan inverse. Actually tan theta is equal to 2bp divided by omega square minus p square, already derived here, and theta is equal to tan inverse 2bp divided by omega square minus p square. Remember these two formulas. So first formula and the second formula. With these two formula we can discuss three cases where p is less than omega, p is greater than omega and p is equal to omega. Three cases will arise there. Okay, so what is theta here? Theta is the angle through which the displacement y lags behind. Displacement y lags behind the applied periodic force. There theta is the angle through which displacement lags behind the applied periodic force, theta there. Okay, so p is less than omega, p is greater than omega, p is equal to omega. These three cases are important. So in the VTU examination they will ask any one cases or all three cases has to be discussed there. Okay, then only they will give the full mark there. So p is very much less than omega. What is p here? The frequency of the applied periodic force there. Omega is the natural frequency of vibration. Okay, so p is greater than omega, p is equal to omega. These three cases we shall discuss one by one now. Case number one. Case number one, when the driving force p is less than omega, p is very much less than omega. Okay, that means when the driving force frequency of the applied periodic force is also called driving force. Okay, when the driving force is very less, p is less than omega there. Okay, or the frequency of the periodic force, applied periodic force, is very much less compared to the natural frequency of vibration of the body there. Okay, again consider the same equation there. Amplitude A is equal to F divided by square root of omega square minus p square whole square plus 4b square p square. To modify this equation now. Okay, in this case what will happen, since p is very much less than omega, omega square minus p square can be taken as omega square. Okay, since p is very much less than omega, so this p can be neglected there. Okay, that means omega square minus p square in the bracket, okay, whatever is there in the bracket, okay, so it can be taken as omega square there. Okay, so 2bp, since p is very much less there, okay, compared to omega square, so 2bp is taken as 0. That means second factor in the square root will become 0 there. Okay, so you substitute in the main equation now. A is equal to F divided by this is square and square root goes there, but omega square minus p square is nothing but what? Omega square. Therefore A is equal to F divided by omega square. Okay, you resubstitute all the values of F and omega there. What is F here? Capital F divided by small m. What is omega? Omega is nothing but square root of mu by m, or omega square is equal to mu divided by m there. Okay, where mu is the force constant there. Okay, so get cancels, that gives F divided by mu, which is nothing but constant. F is constant. Okay, so mu is also constant, means the ratio is constant. Okay, so amplitude is independent of the frequency. P is not there. Okay, so it indicates that amplitude of the vibration is, in this case, amplitude of the vibration is independent of the frequency of the applied periodic force or frequency of the driving force there. Okay, so theta is equal to tan inverse 2bp divided by omega square minus p square there. Okay, so now p 2bp have taken as 0 there. Okay, therefore so tan inverse 0. What is tan inverse 0? Nothing but 0 there. Okay, so what it indicates there? So that means displacement and the applied periodic force are in phase with each other. Phase difference is 0 there. So that's what I have written here. Amplitude of the vibration is independent of the frequency. There is no small p here. Okay, so that indicates that amplitude of the vibration is independent of the frequency of the applied periodic force or frequency of the driving force there, and depends only on F. Okay, F is nothing but magnitude of the applied periodic force there. Okay, Also, frequency and displacement are in phase. Okay, what is theta here? Theta is the angle through which the displacement lags behind the applied periodic force. Theta is equal to 0. That means both the applied periodic force and the displacements are in phase there. So this is the case number 1. So where P is very less than omega there. Okay, and second case is when the applied frequency is very high. P is very much greater than omega. The applied frequency when the applied frequency is very high, the frequency of the applied periodic force P is very much greater than natural frequency of vibration. This is the second case there. Okay, so in this case, what will happen here is, so this omega square minus P square the whole square, so total factor you have to take there, omega square minus P square to the power of 2. Okay, so it is almost equal to P to the power of 4 there. Okay, because P is very much greater there, omega can be neglected there. It's almost equal to P to the power of, this factor is not there, so P to the power of 4 there. Okay, so now, so the first factor is P to the power of 4, so 4B square P square is very much less than P to the power of 4. First factor is P to the power of 4, so this factor is very less compared to the P to the power of 4, so this can be neglected there. Okay, that means P to the power of 4 inside square root, what will become P square there. Okay, so that means the amplitude is given by f divided by square root of P to the power of 4. It's almost equal to f divided by P square there. Okay, that means P has come. In the sense, the amplitude depends on the frequency of the applied periodic force. As the frequency of the applied periodic force increases, amplitude decreases there. Okay, in the first case, what was the case there? In the first case, the amplitude of vibration is independent of the frequency of the applied periodic force, but here it depends there. If it increases, amplitude decreases there. Okay, so in this case, amplitude of the vibration decreases with increase in P. Okay, that means the frequency of the applied periodic force there. Okay, and theta is given by tan inverse minus 2bp. Okay, see here, so this omega square minus here this P is very much greater there compared to omega square. That means omega square minus P square, whatever is there, it should be minus there. Okay, tan inverse minus 2bp minus 2 theta is equal to tan inverse minus 2bp divided by omega square minus P square there. Okay, so omega square minus P square is nothing but P square there. Okay, so because omega square you have neglected here. Okay, therefore, so minus will come here. Okay, omega is here, P is very much greater than omega square, so this omega square will be neglected here. It means minus square, minus will be there, minus P square, minus 2bp divided by P square there. Pp get cancelled, that means minus 2b divided by P there, tan inverse minus 2b divided by P there. Okay, so tan inverse minus 0, tan inverse minus 0, so but here P is very much greater there. Okay, therefore, so tan inverse minus 0 is equal to 180 there. Got it? Okay, so the tan inverse minus is equal to 180 there. So in this case, amplitude of the vibration decreases with increase in P, and phase difference is 180 degree there. Okay, there is a phase difference of 180 degree between the applied periodic force and the displacement there. Okay, in the third case, when P is equal to omega. Okay, what is P is equal to omega? The frequency of the applied periodic force is equal to natural frequency of vibration. Okay, this is the case what we call resonance there. Frequency of the applied periodic force are equal to omega, frequency of the natural frequency of vibration. This case is called the resonance condition there. Okay, in this case, what is the formula there? A is equal to f divided by square root of omega square minus P square whole square plus 2b square P square. That means omega square is equal to P square. This factor will become 0. The square root will become 2bp. Okay, so f divided by 2bp there. Okay, so again you resubstitute that f is equal to f divided by m. F is equal to f divided by m. What is 2b? 2b is equal to r divided by m, because b is equal to r divided by 2m there. That means 2b is equal to r divided by m. What is p here? P is equal to omega. You resubstitute all these values in this equation. It will become a is equal to f divided by r omega. Okay, so in the sense, the amplitude is maximum. Amplitude is what? Maximum. Okay, so if r is negligibly small, there, the amplitude is almost equal to the maximum value of the force of the applied periodic force. The maximum value of the force, amplitude is maximum there in this case there. Okay, so the amplitude is maximum when P is equal to omega. This condition is called resonance. What is theta here? Tan inverse 2bp divided by omega square minus P square. P is equal to omega square minus omega square. Tan inverse infinity divided by 0 means infinity. Tan inverse infinity is equal to pi by 2. So there is a phase difference of pi by 2 between the applied periodic force and the frequency of the applied periodic force and the displacement there. Okay, so this is the case there, what we call resonance. What is resonance? In case of forced vibration, the body will start vibrating at the maximum amplitude when P is equal to omega. That means when the frequency of the applied periodic force is equal to natural frequency of vibration. This condition is called resonance. Okay. So here we will stop there. We shall discuss a little more about the resonance in the next video there.